Welcome to SIBYA I.T with Kuya JT. It is now the 9th of December 2020 and we are on episode number 35. Episode number 35. Okay. We're now on episode number 35, mga kaigsunan. Ngarisata sa atong headlines sa weather. Gikan sa pag-asa maktan kaigsunan, this is live. So makita dyan sa atong temperature. I don't know kung klaro ba ninyo. You can view this on your laptop or on the TV. Alauna 30 degrees Celsius, alas 2 30 degrees Celsius, murag magsugod og uwan gamay. Sa alas 3 30 degrees Celsius, alas 4 29 Celsius, alas 5 29 Celsius, alas 6 28 Celsius, alas 7 27 Celsius, alas 8 26 Celsius. Now gikan sa alas 2 sa hapon hangtod sa alas 8 sa gabi nay gamay nga uwan-uwan, no? Nay gamay nga uwan. Magsugod gyud ang muraog madagumon nga uwan inig alas 5:30. 5:30. So timanin ha. Karon atong oras 30 degrees Celsius. Of course, it feels like 30 degrees Celsius also. Okay, so then as ubos na to ang headlines, international headlines. Sige naman sa dungog og local headlines. So ang ato ni pala ang international headlines. Ayo pa kung audio mas maayo. Klaro ba kung audio makaigsunan? On episode 35 sa SIBYA I.T. Okay. Ang time na to karon sa of course sa New York karon makaigsunan, it's still 12:07 AM, midnight nila dito. Sa Los Angeles it would still be 9:07 PM. Ang Los Angeles, o sa London is now 5:07 AM, o sa Tokyo 2:08 PM. Ang Tokyo ay na to by 1 hour. Okay, nga naman eh. Right, di ba na maklaro ka? Alright, so sa atong chat room, I hope available naman rin ha. Naminaw na to. Okay, you can always post a comment sa atong mga chat rooms. Facebook, you share our broadcast. Sa YouTube, you also share our broadcast. Or you also like, and then you like all. And all notifications, you click on it, all notifications. Okay. Sorry. And now, in the meantime, ang Dow Jones kagabi may close at 30,173.88 sa New York. O ang gold currently running ang gold na ito magkaigso natin. Pakuling itong tama na. Right. Okay. Sorry. Somebody. Night banner. Okay. Ang gold magkaigsunan is sorry. Ang Dow Jones 30, ang gold as of this moment, kay ang gold 24 hours man trading sa gold. GT Bench, night. Duman to ba? O ang gold now is 1,864.3 US dollars per ounce. Brent kini lagi ka mo duman diya. Click off mo din na. All right. Ang Brent makigsanan, Brent crude oil 48 dollars and 71 cents per barrel, o mo change na every 10 seconds. 48.71 tanawa na siya, pila na basa niya ha, mo change na siya from 48.71, change na every 10 seconds. Ang Brent crude oil mo na reference sa dito sa London for international oil purchases. Inside the United States, ang gigamit nila ang NYMEX WTI contract. Kasi ito ang gold niya, ang Brent crude oil price. See, it's now 48.72. Change na siya. O karong adlaw ang exchange rate. Ang exchange rate sa Philippine peso is 48.07 against the US dollar, and Hong Kong dollar 6.2. Ang United Kingdom 64.2, ang Switzerland 54.07, Canada 37.51 pesos magkaigsa. Ikaw narikat ipon sa banner and off for the moment. Yes. Headlines na to. Move ka diri. Sorry, here. Banner off mo duha. Ang atong headlines currently magkaigsanan. Muna siya ang running headlines as business headlines. Ang Asian markets rally after Wall Street's latest record highs og treasuries as the rates. Ang JP Morgan's ang head, ang CEO sa JP Morgan, si Jamie Dimon, yung siya, we wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole sa treasury at those rates. Og ang Johnson & Johnson nag-expect sa iyang vaccine trial results karong January. Og DoorDash, Airbnb lead a big IPO week. Ang Airbnb finally nag-IPO na sila. But Peter Thiel's Abcelera could be the Tadi ako na change nga naman. O ba? Kuya away. So, sa latest COVID updates karon as of this moment, latest corona update as of this moment, mga kaigsunan, is okay, 68,000,000 223,713 worldwide, og ang deaths niya is 1,556,817 deaths. So ang tanawon kay may problem there. Okay, kita niyo na. So, mana siya ang kuan 68,223,223 cases, 223,713 cases of 1,556,817 worldwide deaths. O ang United States magkaigsunan, so sabi na 15 million na siya overnight. 15,163,000 15,163,225. Ang death sa United States is di kayo maklaro, ilisunta ka. Okay, buhatan tagaglain. Okay, that's 286,232 cases ang death sa United States. 286,232. So 15.2 million cases of deaths nila, 286,000 plus. So muna siya ang headline sa COVID. Clear the screen. Balikta ninyo diha. Tapos itong chatroom, kung ano ba yung nakasod sa itong chatroom. Okay, si Cecil Vines watching from Talisay City. Solicita Brosas, naminaw po natin og si Professor, Teacher Renato Pugoy Bagyo. Naminaw natin. So, kinigid si Renato Bagyo. Related ko gid ni. Kay Pugoy, akong great-grandmother. Okay, akong great-grandmother Pugoy. Unya, akong great-grandfather is Bintulan. And another great-grandmother is Carillo. So, kanang Carillo, Pugoy, Bintulan, sa Cordova, amo ng mga relatives. Okay. So, relative yan ni Sir Renato Pugoy Bagyo. Okay. So, now, nga rin na ta sa atong IT cases. Alright, so nga rin nata sa atong IT headlines. Pirita sa IT headlines mga kaigsunan. A firm that helps protect businesses and cities from cyber attacks just got hit by one. So, ang yung negosyo protecting businesses and LGUs from cyber attacks karon naigo po siya ng cyber attack. Sa lambayan, si Ashton Kutcher urges European Union to allow tech giants to keep tracking online child abuse. Ashton Kutcher, artista nga nahimo siyang bana ni Demi Moore. SpaceX gets almost $900 million in federal subsidies to deliver broadband to rural America. Now, ang SpaceX ang tagyan ni Elon Musk, tagyan sa Tesla, inventor sa PayPal. So kining SpaceX karon nag-launch sila mga satellites, remember? So goodbye ning atong dito globe o kuan kung musod ning SpaceX satellites. Kaya mo beam down na sila sa satellites. Apple's new AirPods Max headphones cost more than an iPhone SE. Naon sa mga ang headphones mas mahal pa ka sa iPhone. Peloton stocks falls after Apple announces launch date for Fitness Plus service. Og Peloton mag-supply na sila mga gym equipment. Remember tong Peloton girl katong famous nga nahimong advertisement magka-internet. Social media bets on labels to combat election misinformation. Trump proved it is not enough. And TripAdvisor's app more than 100 others have just been blocked in China. So wanay TripAdvisor sa China. Mga app. Self-driving robo-taxis are taking off in China. Robo-taxis sa China. And parents are desperate. Zoom Santash are cashing in. So mag-zoom santan ako, tambok naman sad ko. Okay. Zalando co-CEO nga si Robin Ritter quits so his wife can pursue her career. And Jeff Bezos, okay lang ka mag-quit, CEO mo naman ka, dato naman ka, billionaire naman ka. Jeff Bezos says this engine will take a woman to the moon for the first time. Okay, o sana nga engine ha. And I hope you like our audio and video and our headlines and all the other the weather updates na to, world time updates o news updates. News updates sa Dow Jones, sa gold. Ang gold karon no $1,865.110 as of this minute, and every 10 seconds that changes. So kuha na nga to live na online live. Yes, gold and Brent crude, that's 48.71. Usap na every 10 seconds ang price. 8.71 gold. That's Brent crude oil. Usap na po. That's our exchange rates and our headlines. Okay. So, right, so ang pandemic boosted food delivery companies. Obviously, soon they may face a reality check. So may downside. And Google is widely criticized after parting ways with a leading voice in AI effects. Okay, kinahanglan kita ethics for artificial intelligence. Grabe ni karong artificial intelligence ang nagpatay ha, IT niya ang nagpatay sa chief nuclear scientist sa Iran. Satellite controlled machine gun, remote controlled machine gun by satellite. So imagine gibutang niya itong machine gun and then ang control pag-trigger niya satellite control. So sigurado ilang gipasanginan sa Iran of course ang pasanginan sa Iran is Australia. Australia mo yung gipasangilan niya. Ang US government dili mo extend sa deadline for a TikTok deal, but negotiations still continue. And NASA is paying startups for moon rocks. And Trump is targeting China's national champions on his way out the door. Of Trump administration sues Facebook over alleged favoritism for immigrant workers. And Google unlawfully fired worker organizers. Matod pa sa federal agency. In Georgia, some Trump supporters turned to Parler, a platform for a parallel universe. Hong Kong is just a splashy tech conference. Just lost a splashy tech conference to Kuala Lumpur. And this company is using drones to replant forests devastated by the wildfires. Ato na na-announce sa unang mag-exam, ang Salesforce is going to buy Slack in a $27.7 billion deal. Karseta sa ubang mga headlines. Apple unveils the AirPods Max, its first over-ear noise-cancelling headphones. But remember, mas mahal ang ina. Mas mahal pa kaysa Apple, mas mahal pa kaysa another iPhone 12 model AirPods. That's overpriced na gina siya. Halo Infinite gets rescheduled for fall 2021 ang game. Pornhub ends unverified uploads and bans downloads. So, mo upload juga, verified yun ka. Uyang na. So, ano pag-upload o verified? Diba? Off sa naman camera. Magalat ng trot. Google will let you sign in and save passwords on Chrome without syncing. Okay. Kaya kung yun mo sync ko, sometimes gamit ka sa computer sa aban niya mo sync. Cybersecurity firm FireEye says state-sponsored hackers stole its tools. And watch SpaceX's Starship attempt high-altitude flights. Senate confirms Trump nominee to the FCC, and Uber has sold off its air taxi business. Uber Elevate is now the property of California's Joby Aviation. Redbox adds on-demand movies and shows to its free streaming service. And CBS All Access comes to Xfinity X1 set-top boxes. Ug ang CD Projekt Red plans to address Cyberpunk 2077's epilepsy triggers. Google, pero kibaw ka, nga light maka-trigger epilepsy. Google opens up its Curious Fuchsia OS to contributions from the public. These 10 gadgets make great gifts at $50 or less. Yeah, Samsung Smart Things can now control Google Nest devices. And Project Delta's food waste moonshot is now part of Google. Ang ThinkPad X1 fold review. Grabe ha. Ang ThinkPad X1 na fold ha. Fold review. Lenovo's foldable PC is nowhere near ready. Very expensive. Boeing's Starliner completes its final landing parachute system test. Plastic surgeons suggest business is booming because of Zoom cost. Wala ng Zoom, nagdagan na kayong plastic surgery. Arturia's flagship instrument bundle is getting a major upgrade. Yung Arturia, musical instruments pa nila. Huawei tested facial recognition that targeted Uyghurs in China. So, itong mga Muslim ba sa China? In China. Ano yung problema ron kay tungod ang technology single out na ka. Paano kay anonymity? Mag-meeting mo, makita mo tanan. Cyberpunk Land, a full-service dystopia simulator. Og ang Banmove X3. Banmove X3. Bicycle. Via po niya. AirPods and $549. It's coming December 15th. Samsung's official Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and 21 Ultra teasers have leaked, and the camera is square circle is gone. Wala na square. Netflix wants to help parents connect with their kids by explaining what they are watching. Many times, mga parents explain pa ka. COVID-19 vaccine starts working within 2 weeks after its first shot. And Cloudflare and Apple made a new DNS protocol to protect your data from ISPs. Cloudflare, yung sikat na ito ni Cloudflare after many years. The hard-to-find PS5 and RTX 3090 have each inspired daring heists. Tulis-tulis na. Gusto pakita ng PS5 ang PS5, of course, the game console sa Nintendo. Ang RTX 3090, that is the new graphics card of NVIDIA graphics card, manufactured by other manufacturers such as GeForce. American Airlines offers at-home COVID tests for US travel. And Google Pixel 2 cell phone has gotten its last update. Last na lang. The latest, last katapusan na lang. So, ilan na lang i-terminate. AMD Radeon RX 6900 XT review, blisteringly fast but very niche. Okay, so ang magkontra ron ang AMD Radeon RX 6900 XT versus NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 3090. Ang Minecraft karon ang iyang ray tracing capabilities exits beta as Nvidia pushes its DLSS advantage. So pwede ng Minecraft sa Windows 10. Ang graphics yun ba yung nag-drive ron sa technology sa computer. Ariyan, isulit pangitaon ang RTX 3060 o 3090. Netflix drags streaming TV backward and cord cutters should take notes. Netflix ends Chromecast with Google TV integration in a step back for streaming. How to stream Apple Music through your Google Nest smart speaker or Android. Or Android phone. ang Acer Swift 5 2020. This MacBook Air alternative plays Fortnite. So, ang Acer Swift 5 is a MacBook Air alternative. Grabe. But it can play the game Fortnite. Bagong gadgets ito ang introduce nila. Why the premium Snapdragon 888 could be the end of Qualcomm's dominance. Oh, ano yun sila 888 nga Snapdragon CPU kunya for cell phones kunya its dominance would now end in the US na naman. Inside the Snapdragon 888, the features you'll find in 2021's premium phones. So, Snapdragon, ikining mga pandron this year's model, murag Snapdragon 868. Ang ilang 888 mo ka. Wako gadungog 878, ang pala 878. A notebook PC sales may explode kuno makaigsanan with 26% growth expected in Q4. Of course, tungkol na ng pandemic, tanang taon palit ng notebook. Okay, sa inyong balay, if you have 3 children, each child would have its own notebook. Di man ina, doon kayo na. Each child would have his own notebook. Di ba? Magpuli-puli sa notebook sa may buhat of assignment. So, ang Snapdragon 888 5G, its next smartphone processor. Okay. Alright, welcome back again to SIBYA I.T. It's now our episode number 35, December 9, 2020. Okay, now, ang cyber security firm na FireEye nag-report kagabi na to sa atong time, buntag na dito gabi sa Philippines, that it had come under cyber attack by highly sophisticated actors, likely sponsored by a nation state, in a rare and extremely serious instance of a mainstream security vendor being compromised. The hack could even give the perpetrators the means to launch attacks against other targets. In an investor disclosure, FireEye said the attack was highly customized to target FireEye's systems and is unlikely any the company has responded to, and it's unlike any the company has responded to in the past. In other words, kining mong attack specifically gitarget yun sa FireEye. Dili siya generic na attack. Ni-attack sa daghang mga companies. Specific yun yung target. Based on his 25 years in cybersecurity and reporting to incidents and responding to incidents, si Kevin Mandia, our Chief Executive Officer, concluded we're witnessing an attack by a nation with top-tier offensive capabilities. Matod pa sa FireEye sa iyang filing dito sa Securities and Exchange Commission of the US, by the way. So, buti pasabot ana. Buti pasabot ana nga dili ni ordinaryo ni attack. State-sponsored or nation-state. Probably Russia, Iran, or China. The attacker, matod pa nila, accessed certain red team assessment tools that we use to test our customers' security. Tools, the disclosure continued, implying that many of FireEye's clients, including its government customers, could be indirectly affected by the breach. Matod pa nila, we are proactively releasing methods and means to detect the use of our stolen red team tools. So they were able to steal the tools. Dili na just break in na naka-steal pag yung tools. We're not sure if the attacker intends to use our red team tools or to publicly disclose them. Nevertheless, out of an abundance of caution, we have developed more than 500 countermeasures for our customers and the community at large to use in order to minimize the potential impact of the theft of these towers. In a blog post, si Mandia, the CEO sa FireEye, said FireEye is working with the FBI and other forensic partners, including Microsoft. Mark Gorham, Assistant Director of the FBI's Cyber Division said in a statement that preliminary indications show an actor with a high level of sophistication consistent with a nation state. In other words, probably Russia, probably China, probably Iran. Mandia said the attackers tried to access information related to certain government customers, but that the company has no evidence yet that customer information has been stolen. Malagay na ron, nakawat ng inyong tools sa kanang data. Sa iyo itong data kawaton ka sa tools. So, you never know kung siya nakawat. None of the stolen cybersecurity tools contain so-called zero-day exploits. Natin pa ni Mandia. Zero-day vulnerabilities are software vulnerabilities that may have never been publicly identified or patched and can be extremely dangerous if weaponized by malicious actors. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, an arm of the Department of Homeland Security, said in a statement that it had been working with FireEye to determine the scope of the attack. As details are made available, we are working to share and implement countermeasures across the federal networks and with our private sector partners, as CISA or CISA spokesperson said. FireEye is among the world's preeminent cybersecurity firms, selling services designed to prevent, detect, and respond to network security attacks. Pero nakawatan mo. Kamanin ha? Nakawatan mo. Og security tools. So, na-breach yun mo. Walang mingon nga, nanoktok din na, nakawatan yun mo. So, muna ron, og ang nagbantay sa kawat makawatan, asa mo tapadoon. It also conducts extensive research on some of the most sophisticated hacking groups known in the industry as advanced persistent threats. Mike Chaupel, cyber security expert at the University of Notre Dame, and a former national security agency, said we called the FireEye breach as an extraordinary significant. As one of the world's go-to cyber security firms, ang FireEye has a ringside seat for some of the most sophisticated breaches carried out worldwide. The impact of this breach remains to be seen and depends upon the motivation of the attackers. We might see them go public in an attempt to monetize their work by selling exploits. On the other hand, they might remain in the shadows, stealthily using their new tools to compromise high-value systems such as the United States government. Shares of FireEye fell more than 7 hours after hours trading following the disclosure. Atong ko mismo. Sa laing bahin, ang SpaceX gets almost $900 million in federal subsidies to deliver broadband to rural America. The US government plans to give SpaceX nearly $1 billion to beam internet from space to people across rural America. Unya, ang rural Philippines di ay, or 3 out of 5 people says access to broadband is still a pressing issue in rural America. The company will receive a total of $856 million, one of the largest subsidies handed out by the FCC or Federal Communications Commission under a new program designed to encourage companies to extend broadband access into the United States, especially its underserved areas, and this will be over the next 10 years. SpaceX's win is notable because the company competed against more established ISPs such as Charter Communications and CenturyLink, which rely on traditional fiber optic cables to deliver high-speed internet to customers. SpaceX's Starlink internet service, which is currently in beta testing and is not yet fully operational, relies on an experimental swarm of nearly 1,000 satellites whirling around Earth at more than 17,000 miles per hour as they beam the internet to high-tech antennas mounted on people's homes. Internet directly to your home. The FCC did award the bulk of the $9 billion worth of subsidies to more traditional providers. Charter, for example, received more than $1.2 billion to bring high-speed internet into more than 1 million neighborhoods. As the Rural Electric Cooperative Consortium, a joint bid from smaller regional companies was awarded $1.1 billion to more than 618 neighborhoods and hopefully to a lot of rural American cities. Allowing SpaceX to participate in the subsidy program always controversial. Traditional telecommunications companies and some broadband advocates argued that SpaceX's Starlink network was too new and unproven. Essentially, the FCC placed a bet that SpaceX's Starlink service will work just as the company promises. But if that turns out not to be the case, it could mean more lengthy delays in getting internet coverage to some of the most in need across the United States. Kanalagin nyo sa gripping na muna. Sa gripping. Now, why it matters? If SpaceX service does work as intended, it could be a major boon for rural economies in the US. That's because the company's unique satellite system is designed to blanket the entire planet in connectivity rather than stringing cables to individual rural cable. Fiber optics cable. The Federal Communications Commission estimates that 21 million Americans, about 1 in 15 people, still lack access to high-speed internet. The actual number could be far higher, perhaps double than the FCC's estimate. The issues caused by the digital divide are more evident than ever in the COVID-19 era. Some families have been forced to sit in school parking lots so that they can remotely search for jobs or attend online classes. The problem with traditional high-speed internet service is that extending underground cables into areas where there aren't many customers is expensive, time-consuming, and it doesn't make financial sense for carriers who are focused on short-term profits rather than long-term investments. That's why the FCC and a smattering of other government programs have worked for years to subsidize the upfront costs for these fiber optic cables. Meanwhile, older satellite-based internet services have a reputation for slow speeds and frustrating lag times. Internet ron, pero hinay. Satellite internet. In fact, the FCC originally said satellite-based internet services would not be able to get any subsidies. But the Commission reversed course in June after SpaceX lobbied against the decision. Ingon ang SpaceX, it is promising that its network will be just as fast as the best fiber optic-based services. Its satellites are flying much closer to the ground than othermost telecommunication satellites, which the company says it will eliminate the frustrating lag times. Now, for now, it's not clear exactly how well the network will function. Beta testers have reported top-of-the-line speeds, but they're also experiencing intermittent outages because SpaceX hasn't launched enough satellites to guarantee continuous coverage. Now, it has to be seen how affordable SpaceX service will be. The service will cost about $99 a month plus a one-time fee of about $500 for the router and the antenna. Pero po naman 5,000 pesos a month, okay na sa $99 a month. Satellite America. So, tanaw na nato kung saan resulta. Okay, so salamat sa pag-iuban ka na ako magkaigsunan. This is the 9th of December 2020. We are on episode number 35 sa SIBYA I.T with Kuya JT. Salamat sa pag-iguban ka na ako. Inautong ta nga tomorrow. Makauban gihapon na. Bye!